Hey everybody, welcome to another. We're back. Welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. Danny's not back yet.
No, but that's okay.
You're here, yes. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert. The SID, another good guy to know. Triple threat Tom, Danny Berg. As much as we are employees of Lackawanna College, we're dads first, so he's doing dad stuff.
Yeah, he's got dad things to do.
Yes,
which is fine.
So you're out from behind the camera in the hot
and in
seat.
front of it.
Yes. How about that?
Here for it.
Yes.
First of the new year for us.
Yes, so we are a spring 2023 semester. Now, if we could just get spring-like temperatures from now and through, May, that would be great.
Although, if you were here last year, this is kind of spring-like weather.
It is. It hasn't been too bad. I know, having a son on our baseball team, that he's going to be doing some work outside with the coaching staff. Today,
right.
In the 38 or 39 degrees.
This is what they dealt with all April last year.
Yes,
so
yes, but let's not jump ahead because we still got basketball going on, right? So our basketball athletes are back on campus. Our men were the first to report because they played this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Against Cecil College. And it was a nice W for them out of the break.
It was. Cecil last year was 27-4. They made the national tournament, and we played them the first game of 2022 down in Cecil, and our guys lost by 40, something like that. Just weren't on the same, just not even close to the same level. And a couple of the guys that were on the team last year, Nashawn obviously was a part of that, and Brandon Scott. I think they kind of took that and took that to heart, and some of these new guys stepped in for us. And Cecil maybe isn't the same team they were last year, but
still,
it's still a solid
program.
team, and they have beaten all their Region 19 opponents until they played us on Saturday. And our guys, they played hard, they built a lead, had it evaporate, didn't panic, got back out in front, and kept it the whole way.
They're used to letting those leads evaporate.
They like to make it interesting.
They do. As the television part of our broadcast, you like the drama.
Yes, we like things when it's close.
Yes.
Even though it's a little stressful.
Yes. As much as I want games to be close, I like when we could just extend the lead a little bit so I can get home earlier.
Yes.
That's nice and stuff too. But Amir Mack is our athlete of the week. He had a nice day on Saturday. It was 25?
22 and 10. First double-double of the year, season high in points, season high in rebounds. Had 13 points in the first half. There was 1 point in the first half where I think he scored 8 in a row.
Okay.
Just knocked down a three-point shot, hit all his free throws, was 3 for 3 from the line. Really kind of benefited from good penetration from our guards and was able to clean up around the basket. And he led an effort that had, I think it was 4 different players in double figures.
Yeah, I was going to say we had contributions from all different. The Mims brothers,
really did.
Malik and Caleb, played well and got to the rim. And,
Malik at 17, he had 3 3-point shots, had a couple big ones, especially when Cecil had come back to tie things.
Yep.
And it was kind of seesawing back and forth between us leading and the game tied again. Malik hit a couple 3-point shots in a row to kind of keep our heads above water. Nasir had 15 points. Nasir Brown, but continues to do his thing.
Yep.
And Caleb chipped in. I think he had 13. He ended up with 13 there. And really just everybody that was on the floor, even the guys that didn't necessarily score. Everybody on the floor, there was a ton of effort.
Brandon Scott brought his energy off the bench, and that helped defensively. And, he's got a little bit of a bounce, so, he was up around the rim. And, Julian with his size was, forced on the glass a little bit, and just feed him in the post and force him to double team helped some things out and stuff.
Nashawn hit a 3-point shot, which I know is not normally his game, but he did that.
He thinks it's his game.
He likes to believe it is.
Yeah.
Ramed played well as well. Did a good job penetrating and all that. Like really, everybody kind of contributed to that one.
Yeah. So it was a nice W for them, and they're back in action tonight which is Wednesday here at the Student Union as they face off against a Region 19 opponent with Morris coming to town.
Yeah, I said to Steve Young on the broadcast that game is almost as important as a statement as maybe the Cecil game would be, because Morris beat our guys twice last year. They lost in overtime at Morris in December, at a game that they had led for most of the way. And then at home, again, a game that they were leading for most of the time, Morris was able to come back and beat them, I thought, rather convincingly at home, as part of kind of a bad stretch of games for our team last year. So if they want to really announce themselves in Region 19 as a team to look out for, that's a game you got to win.
Yeah, and I had a chance to talk to Coach Gabriel after practice last night, and he's excited. The guys are excited for Wednesday's game, and know that it's a big matchup, and how important it is even still that chance of having that number 1 seed to host the Region 19 championships.
I mean, like, think about it. The Essex game was the Essex game. That just kind of got away from them, and they lost by 2 at Raritan. Had a chance to win at the buzzer. They're right in with some of the top teams in the region. It's just about getting those right bounces and getting those close games, or the games that you have at home anyway that you think you can win. You got to do it.
Right. And you may be talking more men's basketball because Amir Mack, as we said, is our athlete of the week. And then we're still trying to get him and previous athlete of the week, Nasir Brown, on the show. So we're still working out communication problems.
We are.
There's no classes and stuff now. So the guys are taking advantage of extra sleep time.
Sleep time, and they don't have to look at their email. So they're not looking at their email. So we're attempting.
They are going to. Oh, that's not going to help me tomorrow because they are going to be in the weight room tomorrow with me. Before the game for a little bit, but not today with me. So we'll see. But speaking in the weight room today, our women are also back, and they also play Morris. Wednesday at 5.
They do. Yep. It's all a part of our gun violence awareness for both games. And they're looking forward to getting back up and running with their program, because it's almost been a month since the women have played, or it will have been a month.
I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Spence last night, but I got to talk to one of her assistants, Coach Ford, and he said that not only is the coaching staff very anxious, but the ladies are even more anxious to get back out on the floor and pick up where they left off.
Well, I mean, they left off on a high note. They had a big win at home against a Union team that's still nationally ranked in Division II. So and our girls did not get receive any votes or anything like that. So despite a nearly 20-point win, they still have a lot to prove, and I think they're going to be hungry to get back out on the floor and really try to rattle some wins off and try to get some good momentum.
They did lose one key member. Makia Dooley has left the school for better opportunity. She's going to nursing school and is able to stay, someone that's from Ohio is able to now go to school closer to home. So, I mean, it was a great, opportunity for her. So, we're excited for Makia and the future she holds. We'll miss her here.
We will.
So that'll be a little bit of a hole that, Coach Spence will have to fill. But, it's just next person up.
And student athletes, right? They're here to learn. And she had an opportunity she couldn't turn down. And, it's a chance now for someone else on the team to kind of step in, maybe kind of be that shooter, be that person that can grab rebounds like Makia did, provide that energy and see what they can do.
So our men and women are home Wednesday, 5 and 7, and then this weekend they are also here at the Student Union, but it's a flip-flop because our men are at 1, right? So we got 1 and 3.
Men are at 1 against Westchester. Should be another entertaining game. I know Coach Coach Gabriel's really trying to get any of the local high schools, varsity teams, whatever. Try to get them to come out for the game. If you're wearing your school gear, you're certainly, you can get in for free and all that. Should be entertaining, should be high flying as usual. And then, our women's team is home against Monroe College Bronx, who is always a solid team out of Division III. And I think they ended up winning last year. It was a close, tight game, and the Express kind of pulled away. So I know that should be another close battle at 3 o'clock.
So a lot of opportunities for college local basketball fans to come out and see some competition. And if not, they could just go to LackawannaFalcons.com/live, pay the fee to watch and listen to you and Steve Young on the call.
Hang with me in the golden pipes of Steve.
Yes, and stuff too. So let's take a moment, take a break, see if we got anyone talking. If not, we'll come back and we'll wrap up the show. Quick show today because we're just back, not a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, we're off the break. We could talk about whatever, but there's not a ton athletic wise happening right now, and that's okay.
So all right, we'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Oil and gas jobs are back. Are you looking for a life-changing experience? Lackawanna College's School of Petroleum and Natural Gas can put you on a path to a lucrative career in the production and delivery of America's energy in just 2 years. Choose from 2 degree programs or 2 certificate programs with internships that give students real-world and practical experience in the field. Lackawanna College will give you the education you need to build a career in this exciting industry. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Apply today at lackawanna.edu.
Hey everybody, back on the Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickert, another good guy to know, triple threat SID, Tom, for you, triple threat SID, TTTSIDTF.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Yes, isn't that something? Yeah,
that's a lot to keep track of.
Yes. So, but filling in for the one and only Danny Berg today. But not filling. Yeah, filling in, but you're on the show, but you're not on the show. You're behind the camera. You're in front of the camera. It's all the same.
Stepping into a different role.
Yes, exactly. So, like we said, we're all back. You know, our wrestlers are also back now too.
Yes.
They came back on Monday. You know, when do they get started? I'm not sure of their schedule.
Not this upcoming weekend, but the next weekend. I believe they're at Penn State Mount Alto as part of a quad match out there, and then the weekend after that, they are home. Yes, for a tri-match or a quad match, but things really start to heat up because
their schedule is really backloaded with spring semester matches and stuff.
They have lots of duels and all that because coming up a little over a month away is it still the Gulf Atlantic?
I believe it's still the Gulf, and we'll get into that as we get a little bit closer.
But the district championships will be here at Lackawanna College. We'll be hosting regions 20, with Rickert College, and Region 19, obviously with Division II, Division III schools, and I think Patrick and Henry came up last year, so I'm sure they'll be a part of it again. Southwest Virginia, all those schools down there that have some wrestling will be kind of converging here in Scranton in about 6 weeks or so.
So our wrestlers back, so we wish them best of luck as they get into practice. They're asking if the fitness center, the weight room is going to be open for them, and I said, sure, we'll keep it open for you guys.
Of course.
We'll do whatever you can to get to get in there. So the guys are excited to be back. I saw a couple of them last night. So it's the one bonus I get of staying late at work for other reasons is that I get to talk to some of the coaching staff and some of the athletes that are
it's sometimes it's kids are at class or whatever, but coaching and practicing, you're doing it after hours kind of. So like some of us don't actually get to interact with them or whatever. So if you're here, you kind of actually get to see them, and you don't just see them at the games, you see them in practice interacting with each other, that kind of stuff. So.
And then as we get closer to all of our students reporting, because classes start up on the 23rd, so we'll have people moving in that weekend. Let me do the math. 23 minus 2 is 21, and minus 1 or plus 1 of that, it would be 22. So the 21st and 22nd, we should have some students moving back in.
That's right.
Yes, and we may have some new faces in Lackawanna College Athletics, especially maybe for some football guys and some of our spring athletes, maybe new faces. So of course, like we say every year, if they have any questions, they know where to find us. Just find the student union. It's a big building on the corner, and come on in and ask, and we'll help you out as best as we can.
Big building, big basketball gym, all that stuff.
So. We'll help you out. But we're excited for everyone that get back on campus. How was your holiday break? Everything good?
It was good. Yeah, it's it's great. You can work here and you get a couple weeks off, and we had the Line It tournament here, which is always fun. A lot of people in the building and all that, so that was cool. And Penn State won, so they didn't ruin the holiday. So got that done and over with. It was probably just the right amount of time.
Good.
I think it was fun. It started to get a little hairy towards the end, so it's probably just the right amount. Just time to come back to work.
Even though I was off, I was here a lot because only living 10, 15 minutes away. When I have boys that want to do something, so the polar bears in basketball season, Dad, I want to shoot and lift. And then Michael's got baseball, and Dad, I got to do some speed work. And, we were actually hitting fungos in the weight room in McKinney on the 35 feet of turf, in there and stuff too. A couple balls banging off the walls and stuff too. It's tough, to hit fungos between poles and stuff. But he got some working and stuff too. So I was here almost every day during the break, but it wasn't work. So it was okay.
It felt good.
So it was good. But it's great to be back. We're great to be back on the Falcons Corner. Best of luck to our Falcons. LackawannaFalcons.com/live. YouTube still for some stuff, maybe, right?
For this obviously,
and some other stuff.
And we'll be talking media day soon for spring sports for baseball and softball, and we'll be releasing schedules shortly and everything. Just was kind of waiting for things to finalize, and who exactly we're going to play on trips and all that stuff. But
and then speaking of media day, when we get a little bit closer, and we'll keep mentioning this, even if Coach McCary does not select my son for me to talk to him, my son does not talk to me really. Like, we don't spend that much time together because of our schedules. Mm-hmm. He's going to be on part of media day, so I can talk to him just so I know what's going on. Like, everything okay? I'm upset about his grades for the semester. He promised me a 4.0, and he was a little bit below that, so we could put him on the spot and ask him, what happened in that college algebra class.
So no matter what, we're talking to him.
Yes. So we are going to talk to him. Coach McCary will pick his players, and then they'll throw Michael in there as well.
That's
just
awesome.
So I can understand why that B+, not an A in college algebra.
I'm looking forward to baseball and softball season,
yep.
and we'll obviously get into it as we get closer. But I think both teams have a chance to be very good this year.
And like I said, for my own personal reasons, I'm excited for baseball season too. With the firstborn, being a part of the program and stuff too. Seeing him back on the baseball field will be nice.
Yep.
I know he missed it, so it'll be exciting. So. We're off to a good start of the semester.
Yes, sir.
We're 1-0. So by the time we're back on the show next week, we should be at math again. So we got 1, and then we got 2 games on Wednesday. That's 3.
That's 3.
And then 2 games on Saturday, 4 and 5. 5-0 by the time we're on Falcons.
That's what we want. We want 5-0.
All right, good. All right, my mind hurts from all this math. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week on the Falcons Corner. Take flight.